It's funny because there's a story in Scripture where Jesus encounters not just Jews, but the teachers and the leaders of the Jews, the religious leaders, and they had the same problem. They thought they were free, but they were not. We're going to talk about why these religious leaders thought they were free and they weren't, and how that applies to us sometimes when we think we're free and we're not, all right? So, we're coming in the middle of a conversation, and Jesus, so just picture it with me. Jesus is in front of a crowd. A crowd is gathered. Could be thousands, we're not really sure, but it's a large crowd. And so there are some people, he's been teaching, there are some people who have believed what he said. And I believe this is out of the Sermon on the Mount, where he's preached. People have believed. But there's some Jewish leaders, and they're going to start to question him. You know why? Because one, he claims to be a rabbi, and that's a very special title. You couldn't be a rabbi if you hadn't gone through their schools and been certified by them. It's kind of like today if I said, well, I'm a pastor, and someone said, well, what Bible college did you go to? Show me your degree. Right? Some people would say, well, you're not a pastor if you don't have a Bible degree. And what we would say, well, God. If God calls me to be a pastor, right? So it was the same idea. They said, well, you don't have the degree. We've not been trained. We don't recognize that you are a rabbi. So they're coming against him. He's actually doing the role of a rabbi. He's teaching. And they're saying, wait a minute.